Alright, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. As you guys see from the title and the thumbnail, you guys can see I got a new car into the fleet. If you guys remember, I went to a drift event with a couple friends. Let me tell you, it was a freaking blast. And the first time I did donuts was cool too. I have been wanting to get a rear-wheel drive car for a while. Long story short, I've been looking into BMWs. After that drift event that I went with my friends, I was looking into like 240s as well. So I said, you know what, I'm trying to get a drift car. So I started looking into the market. I saw a lot of 240s that were like kind of already ready for some drifting, pretty pricey and not really worth the price in my opinion. So started looking into the market of BMW. Kind of similar scenario. There was E46 and E36 that would be a little bit damaged here and there. Not too pretty. It had a lot of mods. A lot of cars had a lot of mods, especially for drifting. There was a lot of drift cars. But again, I kind of wanted something clean and something that can either have drifting parts already. That way it could save me some time. But it's really hard to find something like that. So got some advice from friends, and then they were saying, just get a clean one, work your way up, and don't get an ugly that one. It's not worth it. Especially for the price they were offering, it's just ridiculous. Sometimes Facebook Marketplace prices are crazy, especially right now in this time. I'm happy with what I got now. I got my purchase right here. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. That's a little of the background story. Now I want to show you guys the car. Enough chitty chat in here in this little ledge. I'm gonna get up and show you guys the car. Alright, you guys ready for this? I'm pretty excited to show you guys my first BMW 330 Ci E46. So now that you guys see how the body looks, the fact that it's very taken care of in that aspect, it's my favorite part of the car right now. I'm just gonna go give you a run through of what I was looking at and how I kind of lowered the price to make it even for the both of us. But anyways, let's get to it. So on the passenger side, there is like a little air bubble on the tire. This can pop at some point, I guess. And then he did kind of let me know too that the tire tread is pretty low. The fronts are not too bad, but with this, regardless, we got to replace it. So the rear tires, however, they're almost close to like I want to say 32 seconds of tire tread life, but I don't know. I haven't measured them yet, but they do look pretty low. It does have some clear coat damage right here. It's fine though, as long as it's not like on the side. But for the time being, I was like, it, I don't mind. It's on top anyways. This is when I went on the test drive. When I was driving in a straight line, the steering wheel was clocked a little bit this way. So that right away kind of told me, okay, maybe there's like some bushings going out in the front control arms or something. I don't know. Something could be going wrong, causing a bad alignment. During my test drive, I was just kind of like making sure everything was working. I noticed that the sunroof was not working, so that was another thing to lowball him on. So he did tell me that like the sunroof, he says that when he pops in a fuse, it ends up popping again. So I'm pretty sure there's like a short going on somewhere. That shouldn't be too hard, and if it does, then figure it out. At least this works. At least I can bring this back and forth. But yeah, this guy's done. He's done. This freaking mirror, I don't know how the heck this happened, but it looked like it got burnt or something. When there's people behind me, I can't really see anything, but you know, the A-pillar as well. The A-pillar is kind of, I heard this is a common thing. Almost seems cheap for European, but it's all good. These look easy to replace. Okay, so now for the engine bay part. It was kind of hard to actually look at it underneath. First of all, it has an undercover. Second, I wasn't at the shop to actually put it on the lift, but in the moment, this is what I found, and this is what kind of made me want to like really drop the price, because when it comes to coolant or like any engine problems, like it can get pretty expensive. So first things first, this guy, you can see there's a little bit of residual, but this is all coolant. It looked more like a leak before when I was inspecting it in person. I kind of started to like act all scared, like, oh my god, I hope it doesn't have a head gasket. So then I ended up telling him, like, I'm not sure if the radiator's cracked or something, but he did tell me that they did a water pump. So I was kind of like, okay, that's cool, but I hope they did a good job on it. Power steering, I know this is kind of common. I don't know if there's a seal here, but a little leak going on here. The hose down there for the power steering is kind of wet. So I did notice the valve cover look a little bit like it was seeping, but it looks like it's about to leak. And then I did see like a little bit of wetness in the bottom when I was doing my inspection. It's kind of hard to see in this car when you got all this freaking plastic covers all over the place, but you probably can't see it, to be honest. But it was like all this side right here. I was able to get a flashlight and see something. It looked kind of wet. There's not a lot going on as far as like something major going on with this car. It's a lot of like small things that kind of need to get addressed, need some attention. So then I was like, you know what, I think it's worth the 6,000. Let's get this shit. Oh, I forgot to mention, it is 200,000 miles. Bruh. Oh man, after all that, you guys are gonna be probably like, damn. Bruh. I don't mind doing engine work, body work. To me, it's more expensive than engine work because I can do engine work at my house. But other than that, that's everything that I showed you guys that was going wrong with the car that kind of made me want to lowball them a little bit. Dude, I am paying almost close to $7 for. Moving on, I'm going to show you guys some of the cool things that I like about the car that kind of sold me, and I was like, oh hell yeah, like if I get to buy this car turnkey like this, that's not that bad. I'm going to show you guys the little features that I noticed that I really like about the car that made me want to buy it. So if there's one thing that I like about BMWs is actually the interior. So one thing that sold me with this car was actually the interior color. It kind of reminded me of my Mercedes, so it kind of gave me like nostalgic vibes. So that was a plus. It felt like home. This felt like the vibe, you know? So a couple things that kind of stood out to me from the first time was it came with the Enon little display right here. This thing's really nice, by the way. The only downside about this is it has like a little delay with using like Apple CarPlay. To me, it's not a big problem, but I do like the display. It makes it look actually newer. But this is my favorite part right here, this nice shift knob. It's pretty light too. So I've kind of been around the Harman audio system. The Subarus have Harman as well. I have been in cars where they do a little bit of tweaking and stuff, like they put like a good head unit and they kind of mess around with the Harman audio system, and it actually sounds pretty good. I have tried this one before on this car and it actually sounds pretty good as well. I did a little bit of research, but I guess there's like 2 subwoofers in the rear, so I thought that was pretty cool. And I did mess with some settings on my Enon head unit and it sounds sick. For being stock, it actually sounds really good. So the windows do work, they go down. I noticed this, the guy was telling me a little bit about the rear windows, that they do open like this. Try to open this. But this is the sub Harman that I was talking about. Nice little guy. I'm kind of surprised how much trunk space there is in this car. It's kind of spacious, so I kind of like that. Another thing that is pretty cool is this little roadside assistance thing. Got everything I need. My wheel lock key. So that's pretty sick. I like that too. Now that we're in the back, it is on a stock exhaust, which is pretty nice still. I forgot to mention, but it's actually on an LSD rear diff too. See that little guy back there? So that right there, guys, has a 3.38 ratio LSD, which is pretty nice. It actually feels really good, but it feels very torquey though. It feels really good. So it actually pulls pretty nice too. It's very torquey. That's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much my new car added to the fleet. My new BMW E46. This E46 is pretty tight. I'm pretty happy with this purchase. So yeah, hopefully I learn more about these cars so I can do all the work myself. Could be cheaper because I know this one's gonna be a spender. Other than that, it should be no problem. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy this video, leave a like, comment any facts that you guys have about an E46 that I should know so I can learn more about these cars. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. And leave a like, subscribe, put your notifications on when I get online. And see you guys next time. I've been chasing you around, chasing you around. I've been waiting right behind. Ain't got a peace of mind, got a
got no time.